And as a matter of fact, if you have a question for me right now, one of the major questions I see every day is which one is much better? Which one should I invest in? I'm a beginner investor. Which one should I invest in? ETF or real estate? And that's what we want to talk about today. Welcome in, everyone. How are you? And we keep showing up. How are you doing today? Welcome in, everyone. How are you doing? Yes, welcome in. ETF or real estate. Get into the millionaire status, financial freedom. If that's what you're looking for, then we are in the right place. If I gave you $100,000 today, or I give you $10,000 today, and I say, where would you put this money? Are you going to put it in savings, or you're going to put it in investing, or are you going to be putting it in real estate or ETF, or you don't even know what that is, right? If your goal is financial freedom, welcome in, everyone. Yeah, that's what we talk about here. If you're just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina, and I'm a doctor of business and technology, helping professionals turn their income into real wealth. If that's your goal, then make sure you stick around, because today we're going to be talking about why you should stop saving. I'm going to be teaching you the rule of 72. We'll be talking about the wealth blueprint, the four pillars of what the building wealth. We'll touch ETF as well. So, and that's what we want to do today. Cynthia, welcome in. How are you all doing? Let's keep tapping out the live. This is not your regular live. So here we ask for something. All you have to do is we get to 5,000 taps and 50 shares before we get the class started. Just so we make sure that everybody is here and we don't have to repeat ourselves over and over again. But I tell you, this is going to be life-changing for you. And if you're just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business and technology, and I help professionals turn their income into real wealth. Welcome in, everyone. K Junior, welcome in. The Great Eunice, Begalis, welcome in. Andrew, if you're there, how are you doing? Welcome in, everyone. Awesome. By the way, if you are new here, put one in the comments. You're new here. We've had 33 countries represented in the past 5 days. 33 countries, with the latest being, what was the latest country? We had Australia. We had Switzerland was the latest country being represented here. So indicate where you're connecting from. I am in Texas in United States, and it's so good to have each and every one of you. Today, it might be these that captured your attention. This is, of course, what we were taught. Go to school, get a job, save, right? That's what we were taught. Hey, Max, how are you on the YouTube side? How are you doing? Sidika, welcome in. Musifa, welcome in. Tap out the live if you're new here. Welcome in. Let me know where you're connecting from. I'm in Texas, in United States. Click on the follow button. Liz, welcome in. How are you doing? Click on the subscribe button if you're new here. We're going to get the class started as soon as the TikTok side, as soon as we get to 5,000 taps on the TikTok side and we get to 50 shares. So good. So good to have you. Good afternoon. Today we're going to be talking about why should you stop investing, or what does that mean? When you invest, when you when you start saving, and all that you do is to save, unfortunately, you're not building wealth. What do I mean? Because if you save your money in the bank, inflation is eating 4.2% out of that money. How do I know? Because that's the inflation rate. Yeah, that's the inflation rate. And the YouTube side, you might hear some funny sounds. That's on the TikTok side. We have two communities tonight. I mean, today, right? So it's not pre-recorded. This is live. And we're talking about ETF. We're talking about real estate. We're talking about how to get to that $1 million status. But most importantly, gaining financial freedom. If you put your money in saving, you're not building wealth, because savings alone, what does it do to you? One, you're losing money to inflation. Two, you're not growing your money. If you want to grow your money, then you need to do something called investment. Not in the stock market, but you're using ETF, index fund, broad-based index funds. You're using real estate. This gives you 6 paychecks. If you want to accelerate your wealth building journey, start with real estate. Businesses is another one that you need to also do. Welcome in, but that your paycheck is not going to build you wealth. So we will start the class. Welcome in, everyone. Wisdom K, Bomb, welcome in. AJ, welcome in. Start tapping out the live as soon as we get to 5,000 taps and we get to 50 shares, we get the class started. This is not your regular life. And if you're new here, indicate where you're connecting from. You're new here, you're meeting me for the first time, you're new here, indicate where you're connecting from. We already, in the past 5 days, we've already had 34 countries represented, including Switzerland, being the latest, Haiti, and Australia. Those are the latest countries that we've had included. We've had Botswana, Tanzania as well. Awesome. So indicate where you're connecting from. I am in Texas, in United States. Welcome in, everyone. So as soon as we get to 5,000 tabs, we do not get the class started until we get to 5,000 tabs and 50 shares. Why? That's the only language the algorithm understands. That's when we know that, because more people will come in. Typically, we get to about 200 people on the TikTok side. We get to 200 people. So we don't want to get to a situation where we start. New Zealand, yeah, yes, we had. Did we have New Zealand or Netherlands? That's country number 35. So good to have you, Cynthia from New Zealand. So good to have you. It's one of the, I heard that New Zealand is absolutely beautiful and it's on the list of my countries. I have been to 22 countries. So far, I have reached 34 countries right now, 34th country in 5 days. 34 countries. So if you are new here, put 1 in the comments. If you want to learn about, if you want to learn about how do you turn your income into real wealth? Because guess what? If all you do, Real Estate, welcome in, Bella, welcome in, Christy Baby, welcome in. If all that you do with your money is you saving it, or if all that you use with your money is you paying bills, all that you're doing is you're just trading your life for money, for bills. That's all that you're doing. But what do you do instead? You invest. And if you're new here, I'm Dr. Lina. Welcome in, Chrissy Baby. Let's tap out the live. We'll start the class as soon as we get to 5,000 tabs, and of course, 5,000 tabs and what is that? 50 shares. 5,000 tabs and 20 shares. So the quicker we get to 5,000 tabs and 20 shares, we get the class started. This is not your regular life. The quicker we get started. And if you're new here, this is a $1 million league. What does that mean? People that want to gain financial freedom quicker become work optional, right? Because a lot of people work from age 20 to 65 and they still do not get financial freedom. Money is just a tool. Financial freedom is the goal. Nunu, welcome in. Money is just a tool. Somebody puts it in the comment. Money is just a tool. Financial freedom is the goal. So it also tells you that your income is just a tool to wealth building. It is not meant for paying bills only. It is meant for building wealth. And for you to be able to turn it to wealth and gain financial freedom, meaning that you're becoming work optional, then you have to, I do not have another account, guys. I do not have another account. If somebody has been reaching out to you, I would never reach out to you to trade on your behalf. As a matter of fact, nobody should trade. This is my only account. Guys, this is my only account. If you are new here, if you're really new here, make sure you click on that follow button. Please, nobody should. No, okay, thank you so much. This is my only account. There's been somebody, pick who is, welcome in. There's been someone that has been representing as Dr. Lina with my picture. As a matter of fact, the name is Jen Francisco. Yes, don't ever, not me, not anyone, never give your money to anyone to trade. Please, you work too hard for your money. Never, ever, ever give your money. Come and learn it. I teach you to fish. Okay, I don't give you fish. I teach you. By the time you are done with my classes, with this training, and of course, most of them are free. If you come in every day, I am here between 1:30 or 2 p.m. Central Time or 8 p.m. Central Time. If you catch me within that time, if you do it consistently for 30 days, I tell you, you will see changes in your finances. You will understand how to trade. You will understand how to think because I teach you to fish. You would understand it. Never, ever, ever give anybody your money to trade on your behalf. And as a matter of fact, if you are new here, if this looks like what you are looking for, you want to learn how to invest, you want to learn about ETF, real estate, click on the follow button now. There's so many, the same way we are growing. I told you in the past five days, we've had 35 countries represented. Okay. She said I should bring 200. I told you, yes, That please never, I will never come to tell you. The only time is I will tell you I will tell you the link to the product. That's it. I will never tell you to send money. I don't talk to you on WhatsApp. I don't talk to you on Telegram. I do not have all those things. If I have to do that, even if I have a Telegram account or whatever, this you would have either been on my mentorship program or been on a one-on-one. I will never invite you. He also has a WhatsApp number. Please, you work out too much for your money for a scammer to cheat you. Stephanie, welcome in. Stephanie, I hope you have not been reached out. They've not reached out to you because I. Yesterday alone, I've gotten 20 messages, and I also dropped it on my what's it called. I also do not give your number. Even here, you know how much I protect you guys, right? I tell you, never put your phone number in a live. Never, because I am a vice president of technology. So I understand PII, right? I do governance, risk, and control. That's my day job. So I tell you there's something called PII, privacy, all of those kind of things. I protect you. So please, I even have it on my, on my story. All right, on my story that I already put the name. The name is Jen Francisco, but there are so many. The same way we are growing in this community, every single day we are getting over 100, at least 100 to 200 followers every single day. That's the same way that the scammers are also opening accounts on a daily basis. Please, you work too hard for your money. It will break my heart if somebody scams you of your money. I don't do crypto. I will never tell you that I have a WhatsApp number. As a matter of fact, I don't give you my number. You chat with me. So if you are new here, please click on the follow button right now. And if you cannot click on the follow button right now, come when I'm live. This is me, flesh and blood. Don't let anybody scam you of your money. You work too hard for your money. And I do not understand. And if any of those scammers, if you are here, go and change. There's so many legit ways you can make money. You do not have to cheat people. You don't have to steal from people, because God will himself will punish you for doing all of those kind of things. People do 8 hours. I had one-on-one consultation with a 70-year-old man working hard as an RN. Today, I still had a session, people are still working at age 70. They are working at 72, trying to make life for them. And then you come and cheat them. That is so unfair. If you are here, because one of them came in yesterday to my life using my picture. This same came to my life yesterday. If you are here, God himself will punish you for cheating people. That is just so unfair. People work hard for your money. God will bless the works of your hand if you work hard for your money. So please, click on the follow button. This is the only account that I have. The only other account you might see is Lifestyle with Dr. Lina that I say. The Lifestyle with Dr. Lina. Don't let anybody, I will never tell you. I will never give you a WhatsApp number. I will never trade on your behalf. Never ever. I will not do that. The only time you can only buy my course, the link is here. You buy my course, that's it. You do a one-on-one. I have mentorship program. I have ebooks. It is just for to protect you. But please, the name is, and if he's contacted you, Jen Francisco, and I see some other ones opening up. Jen Francisco, if you see it, flag the report the account because it's reaching out to a lot of people, and it breaks my heart. It's asking them for $1,000, $200. Please, guys, I beg you in the name, I beg you, please. Okay, you know how passionate I teach people. I teach it for free, right? I teach it for free. We're trying to reduce poverty. We are trying to reduce crime, and then somebody is using my name to commit crime, right? But please, this is the disclaimer. If you now decide to go and still follow the person and they get to scam you, then you are on your own. I've told you. If you are new here, welcome in. We talk about ETF. We talk about real estate. We talk about how to become a millionaire, how to begin financial freedom. Come here every single day, and I tell you, you will see changes in your finance. I have been showing up this month, right? Twice this month. I try to show up twice this month. Why? Because we are doing a financial freedom drive, so that by the time you can end the year on a good note. We will start the class as soon as we get to 5,000 taps. If you're new here, drop where you're connecting from, and Eric, just click on the got the daily at me. Welcome everyone. If you're new here, click on the follow button, tap out the live. Yeah, the same. Yes, it's Jen, Jen Francisco. Yes, It was even using my picture. So guys, be careful. Mary is from Arizona. Welcome in. Yes, Mary is from Arizona. If you're new here, drop where you're connecting from. I am in Texas, in United States. Drop the country where Rash, welcome in. How are you doing? Here, we do things a little bit differently here. This is not your regular life. Here, we teach. You can see the board. This is what we taught yesterday. We did talk about ETF, exchange traded funds, S&P 500, different types we talked about where the millionaires put their money, right? And I'm going to touch it. That's where we'll do a recap from yesterday and we get the class started. But most importantly, Eric, welcome in from UK. So if you're new here, make sure you click on the follow button, tap out the live, get your daily at me, share out the live. You can give the gallery, amazing. And for my YouTube community, welcome in. How are you? Let me know where you're connecting from. So good to have you. Click on that subscribe button as well. So you are in Great Britain. Awesome. Welcome in, everyone. Tap out the live, share out the live. If you don't know how to tap, just tap the screen on the TikTok side. Just tap the screen non-stop, okay? Share out the screen, press my forehead on the screen, and invite your friends over. We talked about if you're looking for how to gain finance, your goal is to become a millionaire, right? And you're wondering, is it even possible, right? Trust me, it is very possible. As a matter of fact, people have in this community have done it. They've done it. Someone is just crossed $500,000, right? But it is not get rich quick scheme, guys. I do not do that. We do this delayed gratification. We don't do hypes. We are moderate investors, moderate risk investors. So if you want to build generational wealth, this is something you can teach your children, and your children's children can also benefit from it. But most importantly, you would gain financial freedom. Okay, you will gain financial freedom. So for when you are here, tap out the live, share out the live, press my forehead on the screen, okay? So you will notice that we will not start the class until we get to 5,000 taps, and we get to 20 shares, at the minimum 20 shares. If you don't know how to share, press my forehead on the screen, invite your friends over. If you have been sitting here for more than 2 minutes and it looks, or whatever looks on the board sparks your curiosity, what does she mean by stop saving? What does ETF mean? Becoming getting real estate, you only understand is a house, right? Or you think that, okay, millionaire status, that's what caught your attention, right? If you want to become that millionaire in dollars, this is the $1 million league. Do you see the MDL in front of Christy and Nunu's name? That is $1 million league, right? Then you want to make sure you click on the follow button. As a matter of fact, you would see us ask this from time to time, because we want to make sure that we don't have BOTs here. We want to make sure that they are real people, right? We are serious-minded people. So if your goal is to be, to actually build wealth, make sure you click on that follow button. As a matter of fact, 2 minutes is enough. A lot of time when I go to people's life and I see that in 2 minutes, time is money. So it's okay for you to scroll if it's not something that you're looking for. You don't want to know how to invest. Here we teach you how to invest, how to grow your money, how to gain cash flow, how to be more diligent with your money, past your personal finance. It starts with your income. If your goal is also to increase your income, I can also teach you that, because I increased my income by $30,000 about 14 or 15 years ago, pivoting from finance to technology. As a matter of fact, I have my master's and my doctorate in information management system. Mr. Rescue, welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Also indicate where you're connecting from as well. Yeah, indicate where you're connecting from. I'm in Texas, in United States. We're numbering the countries that we have represented here. So far, we have already had 34 countries in the past 5 days. 34 countries, in latest being Switzerland. Awesome. So make sure if you have been sitting there for more than 2 minutes, click on that follow button, okay? Mr. Rescue is from Ghana. Yes, we have already more than 50 Ghanaians. So good to have you, my Ghanaian brother, okay? So if you're new here, make sure you click on that follow button. Let's tap out the live. As soon as we get to 5,000 taps, we will get the class started. ETF, real estate, becoming a millionaire, gaining financial freedom, if that's what you're looking for. Stop saving. Then what should you do? High yield savings account. Those are things that we talk about right here in this life, right? Real estate investment, something like REIT, real estate investment trust, we talk about that. It's a form of ETF, real estate ETF, right? If you're talking about, maybe you've heard Bodell, welcome in. How are you? Make sure you click on that follow button. As a matter of fact, if you have been sitting here for more than a minute or you just check, make sure that you click on that follow button if you haven't done so. Welcome in, everyone. Also indicate where you're connecting from. We get this class started. Here is not your regular life. As soon as we get to 5,000 tab, class is going to be in session. So take this time to get your pen and paper, share out the live, get your daily at me. Oh, hey, oh God, time out. You'll be all right, okay? Yeah, you'll be all right. Welcome in. Yeah, make sure at least for you to be able to confirm, make sure you click on the follow button, all right? And make sure you tap out the live, all right? So welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. And if you're just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business and technology, and I've been investing for close to 2 decades. My day job, I'm a vice president of technology. I'm a professor teaching AI, cybersecurity, deep learning, and information management system. All right. So if you are new here, make sure you click on that follow button. All right. Make sure you click on that follow button. So that's how I have my master's and my doctorate in information management, in strategic business and information management system. But then I am also an economist and also a chartered accountant, and I help professionals turn their income into real wealth. Why do I say all of this, right? Why do I say my profile? It starts with your income, okay? Do not despise your income. I'm not one of those coaches that will tell you, oh, you know what, you make 1 million overnight. I don't do that. I'm not one of those people that tells you, oh, you know what, right? It tells you if you want to, except you have an inheritance, you want a jackpot, or maybe you got a lawsuit and they paid you off, right? Your income, your wealth journey starts with your income. Let's keep tapping out the live. If you're new here, make sure you click on the follow button. Make sure you click on the follow button, and we'll get the live started as soon as we get to 5,000 tabs and of course 20 shares. 5,000 tabs. We're amazing. You guys have been so amazing today. We have 24 shares. So let's keep getting the shares. Chasha, welcome in. Welcome in, Chasha, to the $1 Million League. Welcome in, and let me know the country you're connecting from. I'm in Texas, in the United States. So good to have you. I teach you about ETF, exchange traded funds. What does that mean? We'll talk about the rule of 72. So what are we going to be learning today? We'll talk about the rule of 72. If we're going to be talking about ETF, we're going to be talking about the 4 pillars of wealth creation. As a matter of fact, today we're going to make it a whole class. Whenever I tell you that I teach 4 pillars of wealth creation, I'm going to be teaching you the exact 4 pillars today, following the millionaire's wealth blueprint. Okay, that's what I'm going to be teaching you today. Trendy, welcome in. Of all V, welcome in. Welcome to the family. Let's keep tapping out the life. So I'm going to be teaching you the 4 pillars of wealth creation, and under that 4 pillars you will understand where you find the ETF, you see the real estate, you see things about financial planning. So things like living trust, your LLC. We're going to be touching about that, right? If we have the time, I will go in depth again on the ETF, narrow down on ETF, right? And also, I would also tell you whether I'll start from here, which is the wealth blueprint of the millionaires, because the multi-millionaires, hey, Trendy just got your daily admin. Welcome in. Let me also know where you're connected. Let's keep tapping out the live, right? If you want us to move very fast and cover a lot today, we want to tap out the live non-stop. We want to share out the live non-stop. It has to be a two-way thing. I ask you a question to respond, right? We have to make it engaging, right? If you're new, immediately click on the follow button, get your daily at me, then I will not get to stop, right? A lot of times I get to stop because that is the only language the algorithm understand. We want to make sure that we don't have BOTs here. And if you're new, I will never reach out to you. For everyone, hey, thank you so much. I will never reach out to you to say that I'm trading on your behalf. I will never reach out to you to tell you that, oh, connect to me on a WhatsApp number, or ask you that, okay, bring $200, let me do this for you, or $1,000. Never, ever. there has been some miscreants trying to represent as Dr. Lina, as the way we are growing. Some of them even have my pictures right there. The way we are growing, they are also growing, right? They are growing, right? Where there is the seed, right? What's it called? The plant. There's also going to be the weeds. So the weeds are also growing, okay? So please be careful with your money. I'm going to be teaching you the 4 pillars of wealth creation, and we're just waiting on us to get to 5,000 tabs. 5,000 tabs. 5,000 tabs. So the earlier we get to the 5,000 tabs, the earlier we get started. Okay, 5,000 tabs will get started. Awesome. So I'll be teaching you the 4 pillars of wealth creation today. This is the exact curriculum that I teach. 4 pillars of wealth creation. If you want to know that, put it in the comment. 4 pillars of wealth creation, and we're going to be teaching ETF or real estate. And I have it right here. ETF or real estate. Which one should you invest in? Simple answer is you invest in both. Okay? ETF or real estate, which one should I invest in, Dr. Lina? Invest in both. My YouTube community, welcome in. Let me know where you're connected from. I am in Texas, in United States. So good to have each and every one of us. Let's keep tapping out the live. As soon as we get to 5,000 tap on the TikTok size, we will get the class started. Make sure you click on the subscribe button. Make sure you click on Simply Abby, welcome in. How are you doing? Chooks, welcome in. If you have been sitting here for more than a minute or two, I know that if it sounds like what you are looking for, the board is a mess, right? If it sounds like what you are looking for, then why do we say stop saving? So I'll give you quickly rule of 72. You want to know, if you want to know how long it takes your money to double, put it in the comments. I want to know how long it takes my money to double, and I will use it to explain the reason why I say stop saving and start investing. If you want to know how long it takes your money to double, put it in the comment section. I want to know, right? Or just put rule of 72. Put rule of 72 in the comment, and I will tell you how long it takes your money to double. So you have $10,000, or you're trying to save 10,000, or trying to save 100,000, and you want to know how long it's going to take it to double. Put it in the comment section. And if you have been sitting here for 2 minutes, it's enough for you to determine if this is value for you, right? If this is what you're looking for, click on that follow button. Time is money. It's also okay for you to scroll if you know that, okay, this is not for you. You don't want to get to that millionaire status. You don't want to gain financial freedom. Yeah, then it's also okay to scroll. Otherwise, if you're here, click on the follow button, tap out the live. And it might be that, okay, what captured the attention? Maybe my beautiful face, my eloquence, or my energy. Yeah, make sure you click on that follow button. Awesome. Welcome in everyone to the $1 Million League. We talk about ETF. We talk about real estate. We talk about how to get to that $1 million status. We talk about financial freedom. And let's keep tapping out the live. I can welcome in. If I welcome in Macomb. As soon as we get to 5,000 taps, we get the class started. So let's keep tapping out the live. This is not your regular life, okay? This is not the regular life. But guess what? I tell you, your finances and everything will change as soon this month. Just keep coming back, because trust me, if all that you're doing is you're doing right now is not to if all that you're doing is you're not building wealth, if all that you're doing is savings. Do you want to know how long it takes your money to double? Who wants to know how long? Just put rule of 72, or just say I want to know. Put it in the comments. How long it takes your money to double? Put it in the comments if you want to know. Put I want to know how long it takes my money to double. I want to know. All right. Okay, I guess nobody wants to know today. That's interesting. If you have been sitting here for a minute or two, click on that follow button. Don't go and follow the scammers. I'm not, right? The people that are scamming people, I am not one of those. I dissociate from those. I will never reach out to you to say, okay, I will invest on your behalf, bring money. I will never tell you want to know. Okay, Ovi wants to know. Who else wants to know? Put 1 if you want to know. Put 1 if you want to know. All right, Nuno, Eric, Mari, Ovi, Emzo, Queen Sade, Trendy, Police. Oh, we have the police here. Sapia, Simply Abby, Ruby Real, Lado, Charles, Billy, M. Kevin, Etta, Tani, Ju, The Messenger, Mantawa, Jira, Sharon, yeah, Jay, Adoa, Amalach, Omar, Nato, Good Ill Forever, Victoria, yes, and that's her, yeah, Natasha, Imo, Double C, rare. Adam, if you did not hear your name, yeah, you okay, drop one. Okay. You want to know. Great, great, great. If you be sitting here, if you are just sitting here and you have not clicked on that follow button, do that. We are still not at 5,000 taps. If all of us keep start tapping right now, we're going to get to 5,000 taps shortly. And if you're new here, drop one as well. And I will just say I'm new. I'm new. Put I am new and also drop the country where you're connecting from. Hi, the daily inspiration. How are you doing? Welcome in. How are you doing? We're going to be talking about the 4 pillars of wealth creation. And in there, we talk about the rule of 72. We talk about the wealth blueprint of the multi-millionaires, right? It's hidden in plain sight. It's right there for you, okay? That's what we're going to be talking about today. So share out the life as well. Power share, get your daily at me. If you can give the gallery, that would be great as well. Go Populars, help this life. You are from Austria, and that is country number 35. That is country number 35. Ovi, that's amazing. You're our country number 35. We had Australia the other day. We had Switzerland the other day. Yeah, we have Haiti. We have Botswana. So many countries. So good to have you. If you're new here, drop your country. I am in Texas in United States. I am in Texas. I'm new from Cameroon. That's great. Mesmina, make sure you click the follow button. Welcome in from Cameroon. Welcome in from Cameroon. Right. Make sure if you're new here, we want to make sure you're no BOTs. We don't want to know that you're no BOTs. Also, we want to welcome you properly into the League of Millionaires, right? Into the League of Millionaires. Make sure you click on that follow button. Make sure you click on that follow button. You're new here, drop your country, click on the follow button, and let us welcome you the millionaire way. I'm from Pearl, Africa, Uganda. Awesome. Yes, we've had a lot of Ugandans. Yeah, your Ugandans. Trinity, just click on the follow button. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We'll get the class started. If you have been sitting here for more than a minute or two, click on the follow button, okay? As a matter of fact, take a minute. It took us a long time to get to 5,000 taps today. What is going on? What is going on? Little baby, welcome in. Click on the follow button. Yeah, let us do the habit of tapping out the live, getting a daily at me, clicking the follow button, share out the live, and then responding. It's a two-way thing. Don't just come to this live and just sit. No, Dr. Lina does not, it's okay for you to scroll if that's not what you want. But I tell you, you're going to learn a lot of things. But what do you give in return? You engage, you respond, you tap out the live, you get your daily at me, you share out the live, you engage, you respond. If you can give to your gallery, that's amazing. But don't just sit here and not, because it shows that you're valuing what we are teaching. So let's keep tapping out the live. And we got to 5,000 taps. Well done, everyone that made that happen. Well done, well done, well done. So let's get the class started. So yesterday, and what color are we going to use today? Should we use black? Should we use black? Okay. We'll use black today. All right. I tried to make it fun. Queen Bo Karina, welcome to the family. Welcome to the $1 Million League. Texas, USA, Lado, welcome to the family. Make sure you click on the follow button. Awesome. Awesome. Queen, where are you connecting from? Where are you connecting from? Awesome. So the class gets started. I keep to my own side of the coin. If you keep tapping out the live, let's not stop tapping. Let's also keep sharing. Repost is great. Amzo from New York. Awesome. Welcome in. Welcome in. If you're new here, make sure you click on that follow button. Tap out the live. Get your daily admin. Now, guys, get your pen and paper ready. Class is about to be in session. Somebody put in the comment. Class is about to be. Class is in session. Put it in the comment. Class is in session. Awesome. Welcome in, everyone. My YouTube community, welcome in. We're about to, the board might look strange to you, but I would repeat it. Okay, I'll repeat it so that you can, because there's no way to flip the screen around on the YouTube site. Just click on that subscribe button. There are long form videos, classes in session. Tamara, that's great. Make sure you click on that subscribe button and also get your and also what's that? Also, let me know where you're connecting from. So let's go. Let's keep tapping out the live. Amzo, yes. We keep saying let's go, right? Class is in session. Thank you, Nunu. Right? We say class is in session. So as tapping continues, sharing continues, clicking on the follow button, getting your daily admin continues as well. So yesterday we talked about what? We talked about the wealth blueprint, right? What is the millionaire's wealth blueprint? That's what we taught yesterday. And at UK, that's amazing. So good to have you from the UK. How is UK today? So yesterday we said, where does the multimillionaire put their money? This is the $1 million league, okay? The MDL you see in front of Nunu's name, that is $1 million league, okay? That's not Money Talk with Dr. Lina. So it means that if we say that this is the community of millionaires, right? People that want to get to that $1 million status in 10 years or less, all right? Classes in ladder, welcome. Make sure you click on that follow button, okay? So think about it. If you see that, oh, you want to get to that $1 million status, and stick with me on this one. A lot of time people would say it's not possible, but I want to tell you, number one, your mindset is the first thing. If you feel that you cannot, or if your mind cannot perceive it, you cannot achieve it. Until I saw myself as a millionaire, until then did I get to that status. Until I saw myself as a multi-millionaire, until then I started achieving that. So you need to start with your mindset. A lot of people would say, oh, she's capping, but I will show it to you how you can even do it with $27 a day. I'll show it to you how you can start with 1 ounce and scale it to 5 and get to that millionaire status. I will show it to you. The only thing you should ask me is how, when we say that you want to get to millionaire. As a matter of fact, somebody within this community already crossed $500,000. This is not get rich quick scheme. This is not, we are moderate investor. We use strategies like Warren Buffett strategies to actually build wealth. So what do we mean by $1 million league? Okay, we want to get to $1 million status because we want to make it smart. It has to be actionable. It has to have a timeline. It has to be achievable, right? Though that's the reason we are not saying 5 years. It's a proven system that has worked. Okay, all you have to do is just also follow the same system. Like I said, we are not high risk investors. We don't do hypes. We don't do all of those things. We don't do risky plays, right? And we are doing it in 10 years or less. But guess what? It starts with one thing: income. How do I know? Guess what? We have something called the Millionaire's Wealth Blueprint. The Multi-Millionaire's Wealth Blueprint. What is this wealth blueprint? Just go on Google. It's hidden in plain sight. You want to become a millionaire, or you want to be half a millionaire, right? Go on ChatGPT or go on Google and check, where does the multi-millionaire put their money? Keishon, welcome to the $1 Million League. The first thing you want to ask is, where does the multi-millionaire put their money? All right? And when you understand that, you will be able to, if you follow the same thing, you will achieve the same result. So I will ask you something. Remember, I told you it's 2 ways, right? I would talk, you will respond. It's not your regular life, right? I will talk, you would respond if I ask questions. Where does the multi-millionaire put their money? You're going to take another gadget. If you have another gadget with you, you will take it and you will check, where does the multi-millionaire put their money? Okay? You check it, because I teach you how to fish. I don't give you fish, because if you understand it, you will be able to also do the same thing in your own place. Okay, that's it. If you are new here, make sure you click on the follow button. If you are following, put locked in. I am following, put locked in. Okay, if you are following, put locked in. All right. So it's just go on Google and check, where does the multi-millionaire put their money. The first thing that you would see, because we did this, is a recap from yesterday. We had a teaching 8 p.m. yesterday, so I'm just going to go through this. But you can also check it on Google. If you are there, put I'm there. If you are there, guys, you need to respond. Guys, come on. Let's reset again. Solomon, welcome in. Let's reset. We have to engage, right? You have to respond, okay? I'm a professor. If you're just meeting me, if you're new here, I'm a professor teaching AI, cybersecurity, deep learning, and information management system. I'm a vice president of technology. I hold my master's and my doctorate in strategic business and also information management system. So when you see me I'm not a creator. How do I put it? I'm not a social. I'm more like a teacher. Okay. So it might be different from what you are used to. Okay. So let's agree. You would respond back. All right. I have been investing for close to 2 decades. I'm a serial investor with double-digit real estate portfolio. All right. So understand. So we were going to be responding. So if you have already, so the question is, you want to understand, where does the multi-millionaire, where do they put their money? All right. Where does the multi-millionaire put their money? Put locked in if you are locked in, right? Put locked in. If you're checking or something, put locked in. Lifesaver Med, welcome in. Put locked in if you are locked in. Can we type it? I want the chats to be chatting. I need the chats people to respond. Locked in. Are you locked in? Okay, I guess I'm talking to myself today. All right, if you are not responding to ourselves today, it's going to be locked in. Thank you so much, Trinity. Thank you. Awesome. Now we are okay. Now, okay, that's a practice. Good. Many more. We only have 2 stocks. Okay, yeah, locked in. Awesome. We more locked in. Because you need to practice so that we know. Awesome. We're good. All right. Okay. Perfect. Now we're talking. Exactly. That's a practice. We are locked in. So what I said, and if you're new, make sure you click on the follow button. If you haven't clicked on that follow button, click on the follow button, tap out the live, share out the live. Right, that is how it's being done. Don't sit here locked in abnormally. Awesome. That's why I said it's different. It's different from your regular life. Two-way thing, okay? Because it's class. This is what people do in communities, like close communities that I'm doing for free. All right. So take it and take advantage of it. And let's keep tapping out the live. Get your daily at me. If you'll be sitting there for more than a minute or two, click on the follow button. Precious just joined the family. Awesome. So the question is, where does the multi-millionaire put their money? Where does the multi-millionaire, and you can find it on Google. Take another gadget, or if you don't have another gadget, I'll just quickly run through it. It says that the multi-millionaire put their money in investment. They put their money in non-cash assets, so cash flowing assets. They do not put their money in savings. Why? Why do they not put their money in savings? I'm going to show you with the rule of 72 right here, right now. Okay? That's it. The other thing is that they what sort of investment? They diversify in stocks, bonds, and real estate, right? Those are the 3. So if you understand this, thank you so much for the shares, Nuno, and everyone doing the shares. Let's keep tapping out the live. Yeah, let's keep doing that and tapping out the live. Let's get it to 10,000 taps. Awesome. And if you have been sitting here, make sure you click on the follow button. So investment, cash flowing assets, and of course, they don't put their money in savings. So what does this tell you? If all you do is you put your money in Bank of America, Chase, or Wells Fargo, or in your local country. Remember, I said that we already have 35 countries represented in the past 5 days, including Austria as the country number 35. Yeah, country number 35 is Austria. So, So what that means is that it means that whatever I'm talking about is available in all countries. Thank you, Prudence, for sharing out the live. Make sure you click on the follow button. Yeah, it means that it is, Chu, welcome in. Make sure you click on that follow button. Welcome to the family so that we can welcome you properly. So think about it. It means that if you are saving money, either you're in the United States or you're in the United Kingdom or you are in Africa or you are in Asia, if you are saving your money, you're not building wealth. Period. No multi-millionaires or billionaires are putting their money in the bank. So it's failure on arrival if all you do is to put your money in the bank. How do I know? Just check, where does the multi-millionaire put their money, and you would understand from there. Okay? Where does the multi-millionaire put their money? You would understand from there. Let's keep tapping out the live. Let's also share the live. Get our friends over. Sharing is press my forehead on the screen. All right, and then you would Guatemala. So that's country number 36. That is country number 36. Make sure you click on that follow button. Country number 36, Guatemala. Awesome. So good to have you. Make sure you click on the follow button if you'll be sitting here for more than a minute or two. So if you save money, and I'm going to show it to you why. I will use people. If you are pro savings, put it in the comment section. If you are not pro saving, I'm anti savings, put it in the comment section as well. We will use the pro savings to explain why you should not save. Okay, right? Then they put the money, they diversify the stock, bonds, and real estate. You do bonds if you are already in your old age, or you are very risk averse. If your risk tolerance is very low, you do bonds. But if you are in your 20s and you are saying that if you're if you are in your 20s and you are saving, then you are not building wealth. If you are in your 20s and you are putting money in bonds or you are putting money in savings, the only times I would recommend bonds for anyone is maybe they are already in their 50s and above, right? Because the risk tolerance is pretty low at that point, right? They don't have so much time in the market. There's something called time in the market. Nell just reposted. Awesome. And welcome in, everyone. Make sure you click on the follow button if you're new here, right? So that's the only time I recommend bonds. You are in your 20s and you are saying that, you know what, Dr. Lina, the other day, the other person said, can I put money in bonds? And I tell them that you are in your 20s. He said he was 24 or something. Put money in bonds. What are you thinking? But if you're in your 50s or your 60s and you're putting money in bonds, then I know you don't have so much time in the market. You don't have so much time for volatility that might occur in the market. It's a saving part of the process, especially when you're low income earner. Yeah, so that's why you want to stick around, okay? When we say stop saving, right? Saving in the bank, saving in the bank, right? Right? Of course, when I tell you to stop this, then it means to do what? To start something. All right? Start doing what? Start doing this. But good question, Trinity. Start doing this. So when I tell you to stop saving, then I mean you need to stop saving in your bank account, and I'm going to show it to you, right? If then I would then we will do pro. So we will use Trinity as team saving. I hope that's okay, Trinity, when we get there. So why we're looking at the multimillionaires? Where do they put their money? They put their money in investment, cash flowing assets, no savings. They don't put money in savings account. All that they put there is their emergency fund, cash and cash equivalent for emergency cases, right? And then they diversify their stocks. So they don't, whenever they are investing, they don't invest in more like individual stocks. They do broad-based index funds, ETF, right? Mutual funds, all of those kind of things are where they put their money, because individual stock, you can lose money. You can lose money. It's just like if you put money in one thing, there's something that says do not put your egg in one basket. That's the way the multimillionaire invest. They don't put their money in one basket. But a lot of time, middle class, they not only put their money in one basket, they leave it in the savings account. And that's a lot of reason. Now, welcome to the family. Yeah, that's the reason a lot of middle class remains on a paycheck to paycheck. And I'm going to show it to you with three scenarios, three different people making the same money, and saving the same way, putting money aside the same way. But guess what? They will achieve three different results. One will become a multimillionaire. One will continue to live on a paycheck to paycheck, and someone will remain poor. Period. So I'm going to show it to you. If you are new here, make sure you click on that follow button. If you have been sitting here for more than 2 minutes, it's okay. 2 minutes, make sure you click on the follow button. Otherwise, time is money. It's okay for you to also scroll, okay? Time is money. You should be able to know under 2 minutes if it's something that you're looking for. Because gaining financial freedom, right? Understanding the millionaires, the multi-millionaires wealth blueprint, real estate investment, ETF, diversification of stocks, and all of those things, mutual funds, and ETF. So make sure you click on the follow button and let us welcome you properly, like we just welcome Neil. And if you're new here, put I am new, or just drop one in the comment, I'm new, and also indicate the country where you are connected from. So we are already understood this. We understood this, where the millionaires put their money. And if you're not doing this, right? If you're not doing this, then you're not building well. Let's keep tapping out the light. Let's get it to 10,000 taps. Let's get it to 10,000 taps. If you have been sitting there for more than 2 minutes, make sure you click on the follow button. You are from UK, awesome. I've been seeing a lot of my people from United Kingdom lately, but we already have a lot of people from the UK. Is Roth IRA the same? What is Roth IRA? What do you mean? It's the same as what, Amzo? Amzo, you're an OG in this life. Is it that you come sometimes, right? Because you know that answer, right? What is the same as what? Roth IRA, the same as what, okay? So we understand that saving is not even an option. At saving, no. Saving is your bank account, right? Savings is your bank account, your Chase, your Wells Fargo, right? Roth is investment. As a matter of fact, Roth is on the investment and saving is on the bank side. Two different institutions, right? Two different industries, or no, the same industry, because they are still financial. All right, yeah, oops, exactly. It's okay, Enzo. It's okay. Make sure you get your daily at me. And if you're new here, John, just also thank you so much for the shares. If you're new here, make sure you click on that follow button. 2 minutes is enough. As a matter of fact, please note that there's been a lot of people, there's been some miscreant representing as Dr. Lina. So don't go and search. Now, this is me live, real Dr. Lina. Click on the follow button so you don't go and fall in the hands of the scammers, miscreants trying to represent as me. Click on the follow button, tap out the live, get the class started, get your pen and paper. So do not save. An average middle class put their money in retirement account and they have a savings account and they think that they are arrived. If all that you do is savings account and you put in a 401k retirement account, pension or whatever, that's all that you do, you are not going to build wealth, unfortunately. And Kenneth, just click on the follow button. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. So what then do you do, right? You stop saving, you invest. You put it in cash flowing asset, because that's what the multi-millionaire, right? That's what they do, so that you can achieve the same results. User, welcome to the family as well. Awesome. So now let's go to the investment side, right? If you want to, your wealth tool is investing. You take that your money. Michael, welcome to the family. Your wealth tool is you put your income. This is your income. Your wealth tool is your income, or your whatever it might be. Maybe you want jackpot. Maybe Gideon, welcome in. King James, welcome in. Maybe you want a jackpot. Maybe you want what's it called? A jackpot, or you got an inheritance. That's your wealth tool. Otherwise, majority of the people, which is almost like 95% or 97% of the people, it is their income. So it means that you are a doctor, you're a lawyer, you are an HVAC technician, you're an electrician. There's something that pays you every single day. All right? You work, you trade your time for money. But then what you now do with that money? So that your income is your wealth too. If you put it in saving, you're not building wealth. Where should you put it? When I say stop saving, and I'll show it to you in a minute. When I say stop saving, you put it in what? You put it in investment. What sort of investment? We put it in what the millionaires cash flowing asset. All right, we put it in cash flowing asset. We put it in stock, diversified stocks, in bonds, in real estate. That's where we put it, and that's where you see what we do here. This is exactly where I put my own money. I don't tell you what I don't do. Okay, let's keep tapping out the live. Can we get it to 10,000 types? If you're new here, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business and technology, and I help professionals turn their income into real wealth. I've been in the corporate world for close to 2 decades, and I've been investing for almost 2 decades as well. Why do I say this? Even as a vice president of technology, and as also a professor teaching AI, cybersecurity, deep learning and information system, I still did not gain financial freedom. I still did not gain financial freedom until I started doing what? I started, is it an app? It's an asset, okay? It's an asset, right? So you want to stick around because I'm going to be talking about it shortly, right? The thing about it is, if you, I still did not gain financial freedom until I started doing what? Investing like the multi-millionaires. And that's exactly what we are teaching. So if you want to know how you want to start you want to gain financial freedom, or to get to that millionaire status, you want to stick around, click on the follow button. If you're new here, make sure you click on the follow button. If you have been sitting here for more than a minute, or you want to get to that $1 million status, or you might be like, I want to just end this paycheck to paycheck. I want to gain financial freedom. I want to build generational wealth. Click on the follow button. Don't start looking for me, because there's some miscreants has been representing like me, right? This is me, life and blood. I will never ask you to bring money to invest. I don't invest on your behalf. I don't give you WhatsApp number. I don't give you telegram number. I don't do all of that. So make sure you click on the follow button right now, so we can also bring you in to the family. Welcome to the $1 Million League. Welcome to the $1 Million League. Here, I'm negotiating business acquisition right now. Love this. Awesome. That's great. That is absolutely great. Welcome in, Mike. That's the way you do it. That is great. So if you've been sitting there for more than a minute or two, or this looks like what you are looking for, click on the follow button. Otherwise, it's also okay for you. Sit for 2 minutes. It's okay. Time is money. Always 2 minutes is enough for you to know if this is what you are looking for or not. Otherwise, it's also okay to scroll. Okay, yeah, it's also okay, but it's so good. I will be happy to have you here to know how to build wealth. So we just talked about the Millionaire's Wealth Blueprint. Now, we say that no savings, do investing. Where do we invest? ETF. What is ETF? Exchange traded funds. It's just a basket of, it is what I'm looking for. Awesome. Simply BRB. How are you? You're always your OG there. Let's get it to 10,000 taps, guys. Let's get it to 10,000 taps. I need to reset the life. The life is not life in. And my YouTube community, make sure you click on that follow button. I know we are locked in, but let's keep tapping out the live. If you are new here, 2 minutes, click on the follow button. 2 minutes. As we go to start talking about ETF. I'll quickly talk about the ETF. I'll talk about rule of 72. If we have time, right, depending on how much we interrupt the class, because I will keep interrupting the class if you don't tap out the live, if you're not clicking our follow button, if you're not sharing out the live, if we're not doing what we're supposed to do, you're not responding, I will need to pause from time to time to reset, because that's the only language the algorithm don't understand. And as a matter of fact, if you have not gotten your daily at me, it costs you 1 penny, and of course you get 30 points. So when you're thinking of return on investment on the TikTok app, it's a very good app, right? It's very beautiful. One beautiful thing about it is that it rewards you, just like investing, return on investment. If you spend 1 penny, 1 cent, you're going to get 30 points. How do you claim your points? Come here. You claim your points there, 30 points. If you comment, you get points. If you share, you get points. Whatever you do on this app, you get points. So if you're new here, make sure you click on the follow button. I am so happy to be your wealth coach, right? It starts with your income, but we are medium risk investors, moderate risk investors, and the goal is financial freedom. If that's what you're looking for, click on the follow button and let's get it to 10,000 taps. 10,000 tabs. The quicker we get to 10,000 tabs, the quicker we get to end this life. The quicker you learn more. Like I said, it's not your regular life, right? It's not your regular life. You can go popular to help this life. Tapping out the life, help this life. Sharing out the life. Tapping is cost you nothing, just your fingers, right? Because I tell you, we're doing a financial freedom drive all through the month of July. So you would see me more often. If you can do a repost, that would be great as well. If you have large following, do a repost. Tap out the live, share out the live, non-stop tapping, non-stop. Get your pen and paper, right? If you have been sitting there for 2 minutes, click on the follow button. Otherwise, it's also okay for you to say bye, right? 2 minutes, because time is money. I value your okay. Thank you so much. Lifesaver just got daily at me. Get your daily at me. Give the gallery if you can. If you fill up the gallery, that'll be absolutely amazing as well. Tap out the live. You want, you cannot be quiet. And when I talk, I will ask you questions. You respond as well. So we engage, right? It's a two-way thing. Okay. So I trust that we get to 10,000 taps, but I want to move quickly today. All right. So let's not stop tapping. Otherwise, I'll pause again. All right. So ETF is exchange traded funds. What is exchange traded funds? It's just you, instead of you buying one stock, you are buying multiple stock in one basket. Think about it. There's something called variety is the spice of life. So think about it. ETF is almost like, instead of you saying that if you buy one stock, and that stock is, if the price goes down, what's going to happen? Put in the comment, the price of the stock goes down. Are you going to lose your money, or are you going to gain money? Are you losing or gaining? If price of the stock goes down, are you losing? The price is your money. So you invested $1,000 and the price of the stock that you bought. So let's say you bought Apple, or let's say you bought Amazon. Okay, you are going to lose money. Exactly, right? You bought Amazon $1,000. And the price of Amazon goes down. It turns to, you bought it $100 each, right? And the price goes to $50. What's going to happen? You're going to lose your money to 50. Your money is going to become $500. Period, right? And a lot of people are so scared of this, right? One of the reasons, if I ask you right now, put it in the comment. Why are you not investing? Why are you not investing? Put it in the comment. Why are you not investing? Why are you saving your money? Why are you not investing? Put it in the comment. You would see. Why are you not investing? Put it in the comment. Thank you so much for the shares. Why are you not investing? Put it in the comment. Golden, thank you so much for the likes. Let's keep tapping out the likes. Thank you so much for the shares. Why are you not investing? I'm waiting. Put it in the comment. Remember, I told you this is a two-way thing. I want to know, why are you not investing? Why are you not investing? Not ready to take a risk. Thank you. Fear of the unknown. Awesome. Awesome. I think people fear losing money, not knowing inflation eats them. The risk. Okay. Yes. Education. That's the other thing. Education. There's one more. There's one more. So you see, majorly is the risk, is the fear. What if I now tell you that there's a way you can invest in the stock market and not lose the lack of knowledge? I do exactly the lack of knowledge. I do not know how to go about it, right? The other thing that I hear people, the other one that I hear is I don't have money. I don't have money. Put it in the comments. I do not have money. Also put it in the comments. It's because I don't have money. It takes a lot of money to start investing, and I don't have that kind of money. Put it in the comments if that's your own excuse as well, or the reason behind it. Genuinely, some people would say, I do not have money. I don't have the money. Okore, awesome. Yeah, there's no. But what if I tell you you don't have money? What if I tell you that $1, with $1 you can start investing in ETF? You can buy stocks. Instead of you, all you have to do is that instead of you buying, gone are the days. So don't quit giving me that excuse. You don't have excuse anymore. I've resolved that problem for you, right? I've resolved that problem for you. Is this also for kids? Absolutely. You can open a custodian account. As a matter of fact, we did that. We talked about that during Family and Finance on Monday. On Sunday, yeah, you can open a custodian account. If you want to learn everything about that, come Sunday night, Family and Finance at 8 p.m. Central Time, okay? Right, so you don't have any excuse anymore. Yeah, you guys are laughing. With $1, you can start investing, right? The most important thing is for you to start. Okay, most important thing is for you to start. But one of the two things, at least I've resolved your problem. Because the first thing is that instead of you doing that, a whole unit of shares. In the past, you would say, oh, a whole unit of shares, you have to do a whole unit of shares. But now you don't need to do a whole unit of shares. You can do the dollar value, okay? That you're welcome in. If you have been sitting there for more than 2 minutes, make sure you click on that follow button. Gone are the days where you can say that, oh, you know what, I do not have money. Now with $1, you can start buying. So don't give that excuse, okay? So problem number one solved, okay? Number two is, I do not have the knowledge. Now you're here, you're getting the knowledge, okay? It's a valid one. Now you don't know, you never knew, but now you know how to. We are in the class right now, so you want to make sure you are back every day. Hey, Dio, yeah, thank you so much. They really helped me, right? Now you know, be back every day. As a matter of fact, I try to show up 2 times during the day, teaching finance during this financial freedom drive in July, just to help you for the rest of to end the year on a good note. These other 6 months of the year, for you to end it on a good note. Now, the third thing is, the third thing is that I fear I don't want to lose my money, which is a very, very valid. Which is a very, 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 very valid concern, guys. It's very valid. I've lost $99,000 in the. I lost $99,000 in the stock market about 6 years ago. What if one opened a savings investment? What benefit is that? Savings investment. What's that? Savings investment. Elaborate. See always, right? Right. Elaborate what that means. Okay. Savings investment. I'm not sure what that means. All right. So what if I tell you there is a way you can invest in the stock market and minimize your risk, minimize you losing your money, right? Would you invest? Put yes in the comments, or no. Would you still invest or no? Because some people, they have so much, what's it called? Regardless if I say it from now to tomorrow, call to lips, Steve says it. Even, what's her name? What's this lady's name? All these people, other coaches that teach, if they tell you, if they tell you, right, that if you save, you are not building well, Jack, Sally, welcome to the family. They tell you, some people will still not invest. What if I tell you that there's a way for you to invest in the stock market, right? And you still minimize your risk. There is still risk. Let me full disclosure. There is risk in the stock market. When you invest, there is risk. It's just like when you step out into your car. You drive that car. Is there no risk? You can drive carefully. What's going to happen? Somebody can hit you from the back, right? That's still a risk, right? There's a risk in you sleeping and waking up. There's an inherent risk, right? There's a residual risk. There's risk. So when you are investing in the stock market as well, there is a risk. Then let no one deceive you. But let me now tell you the other part of it. You saving your money in the bank, right? I'm protecting it. I don't want to invest in the stock market because I don't want to lose it. You are leaving it in the stock market. What if I tell you that it's even a bigger risk? Sure, minimum risk I would take because life is exactly. What if I tell you that your savings account, that money in your bank account, your big bank account, what if I tell you that there's even the risk is even higher, or there is a risk, right? Do you agree? Put yes in the comments if you agree. Put no, I do not agree. And I will explain what I mean by that. Your money in your savings account that you think I am protecting in your savings account. What's the difference between investment account and investment ISA? Right? ISA is in the UK. Investment account, I want to believe I'm in the United States. But based on what I know, right? Based on what I know, ISA is your investment retirement investment account that is a tax advantage account, right? Just like a Roth IRA. An investment account could be a brokerage account. It's not for your retirement. You don't take the money. You can take the money at any time. Just which is the same thing across the world. Okay, a brokerage firm. All right, somebody, yes, I agree. Okay, somebody said no. So let's help Mommy D. Let's help Mommy D. Mommy D, when you say no, when you put your money in the bank account, let me explain it to you in layman's language. If you are, what country are you, Mommy D? If you are in the United States, the inflation as of the last time I checked was 4.2%. What does that mean? It means that you are losing 4.2% of your money every single in the bank, sitting in that bank. Give your money 20 years, your money will be almost 50% of its value. All right. So what's the inflation, Mommy D, in Canada? All right. I'm saying by investing in ETF, exactly, you hedge against the inflation, right? In Canada, what's the inflation? Check it. What's the inflation in Canada? So put that inflation in some African countries like Nigeria. Inflation is double digits. So when you leave your money in the bank, its inflation is at 4.2% in the United States. And guess what? On top of that, your bank, our bank here, Chase, Wells Fargo, in Wells Fargo gives us 0.01. It means that you are losing your money at 4.2%, but you are only getting 0.01% back. So you means that you are losing at least 4.19999%. That's what you are losing, guaranteed. You don't have control over it because when I did as an economist, I know something that is called microeconomy and macroeconomy. Yeah, micro is the entire world, the bigger economy, so you don't have control over it. Exchange rate to naira can help. I do not know what you're talking about. We are not even talking about exchange rate here. Okay, facts, welcome in. If you are new here, make sure you click on the follow button. Facts, yeah, I don't know what you mean by that, right? Make sure you click on the follow button, okay? If you have been sitting here for more than 2 minutes. So do we agree right now that savings, and I'm going to show it to you. I will be very practical shortly using the rule of 72. I will use Mama D, Mommy D, if that's okay, Mommy D, Trinity, and somebody else, right? Maybe Nunu. Bodwin, welcome to the family. Welcome to the $1 Million League. If you are new here, make sure you'll be sitting here for more than 2 minutes. Make sure you click on the follow button. So do we agree now? I'm in a country with inflation of 3.4%. So that's the same thing. You are losing your money to 3.4%. So if you are thinking that, okay, Dr. Lina, what does this mean in English? It simply means that if you took your $100 to the store, Walmart, Costco, any whatever, right? Whatever, what's the Aldi or what are the stores in the UK or in Nigeria, in Africa in general, whatever, what do they have? ShopRite, right? We have it in the United States, right? Erickson, welcome in, and Baldwin, welcome to the family, right? So imagine Oba, welcome in as well. So imagine what that simply means, that the way you go to the store, when you buy something, what you bought last year, if you take the same money and try to buy it this year, you cannot get the same quantity. Okay, you went to buy groceries, the price would have been different. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, the price would have been different. What does this simply mean? It simply means that your money is losing its value. I hope you know that currency, either currency of your country, I hope you know that it's just paper. It's just paper, all right? The value that you get from that currency, that's what makes it, that's what differentiates it, that's what gives it value. So it simply means that when we talk about inflation, it means that the value that you derive from that currency, that your $100 or $10 or whatever naira, right? Your euros, your pounds, right? Your Canadian dollars, right? Your naira or your shillings or whatever you spend in your country. So far, know that that value reduced based on the inflation. If it's 3.4, if it's 12%, I should answer your question. We will get to it. You said, what was the question? Would you say investment ISA account is the same as stock and share ISA? I do not know. I'm not in the UK, right? I'm not in the UK, all right? I'm in, so I don't know. I don't know stock ISA or whatever. I'm not sure, all right? So you can, Google will help you. Money losing purchasing power, simply, exactly. So people that would say that, you know what, I'm losing, that's inflation for you, period. Okay, Trinity, that is what that means, okay? So having said that, I mean, we can, I'll leave it right there, okay? So inflation is you're losing money to inflation if all that you're putting your money in is you're leaving it in the bank. So what if I tell you that there's a way that you can invest in the stock market and you don't lose money? Would you invest? Put yes or no. What if I tell you there's a way you can invest in the stock market and hedge against your risk? Remember, there's always going to be risk, right? There's always going to be risk. What if I tell you, would you invest? Because most everyone says, I fear the fear, the knowledge, I do not know. The reason why I'm not investing is because I fear that I'm going to lose money. Okay, it's only Mommy D. Who else? Who else wants to know? Put yes if you want to know. You would start investing, because I see it. A lot of people don't know how to, and I tell you this, the risk is there. Maximum say yes as well. The risk is there. I lost $99,000 6 years ago. What did I do? Options trading, day trading, and penny stock. 99,000. My friend lost 50,000 to Tesla options in 1 day. In 5 days. 5 days through the decay and all of that. So definitely not high risk. That's why we are moderate risk investor. So only 3 people wants to know. Okay, only 4 people. All right. We need to respond. Let's keep tapping out the live. You have been sitting there for more than 2 minutes. Make sure you click on the follow button. Okay. Thing is, it's called something called smart investing. It is called smart investing. What is smart investing? Smart investing simply means that let's use this. Smart investing simply means that you can, whenever you buy stock, let's keep tapping out the live. Let's get it to 15,000 taps. The chat is very dry right now. I'm going to pause and we have to tap. Let's tap out the live. If you have been sitting there for more than 2 minutes, you want to learn about ETF, you want to learn why we should stop saving. You want to learn rule of 72, ETF, real estate. Yes, okay, phone, welcome in. Yes, awesome. Make sure you click on that subscribe button on the YouTube side. Turners, welcome in. Yeah, let's keep tapping out the live. Let's get it to 15,000 taps. And if you're new here, let's get it to 15,000 taps. Awesome. And if you've been new here, make sure you be sitting 2 minutes. Make sure you click on that follow button. So ETF is just like this. If you have $1,000 and you put in, we are not tapping out the live, guys. Let's keep tapping out the live. That's the only language the algorithm understand. That's the only language the algorithm understand. I want us to tap out the live. Let's keep tapping out the live. Let's share out the live. Let's get it to 50 shares. And also do a repost if you can. If you can, do a repost if you have large following. Thank you so much, Maximus. If you've been sitting there for more than 2 minutes, 2 minutes is enough for us to determine. And if you don't want me to be pausing, I know some people don't like the advert, but sorry, we are on TikTok, on a app that requires, TikTok is a business. So they expect us to, but life is about risk taking. Even look to have a baby, there is risk of losing life or anything happen. Life is keep trying. Thank you so much. Well said. Well said. Even childbearing is a risk. Childbearing is a risk, right? But guess what? People are still giving birth every single second, right? So that's it. But then how come, what if I now tell you that you invest, there's a way you can invest, right, with common sense, that it's going to help you, so you invest smartly such that you don't lose your money, right? Or at least even if you're going to lose your money, you're not going to lose 99,000 like Dr. Lina. Because until I started investing this way, I made hundreds of thousands of dollars. And real estate accelerated the journey to millions of dollars. So I can already tell you, right, I've lost money and I've also gained money in the stock market. Okay, so Exactly. So the thing about it is when you invest in individual stocks, so let's say SpaceX, and I love to talk about SpaceX. And as a matter of fact, for those that had, if you had QQQ and QQQM, they've already onboarded SpaceX as of today. You officially got SpaceX as of today. And see Charlie on Children, just welcome to the family. Yeah, officially, they onboarded SpaceX to QQQ to NASDAQ 100 today. So officially, even if you don't like SpaceX before, you are stuck with SpaceX now. All right. Okay, not that I don't love it, but I go with data, right? I go with data. A lot of people invest in the SpaceX because everybody's investing in SpaceX. Okay, that's why they started invest. Let's keep tapping out the live. Thank you all. Let's get it to 15,000 taps. Yeah, and welcome in on the YouTube side. Make sure you click on the subscribe button if you haven't done that. So it just simply means that SpaceX, let's assume that the price of SpaceX, it went to 225 or it went to like 250. Did it ever get to 250? I thought the highest that I saw was 225 or something. He got to 225, then he dropped all the way to 155. What happens to your stock? What happened to your money? Let's say you invested $1,000. What happened to your money in that situation? Put in the comment section. Right? Did your money go up? Did your 1,000 increase or did your 1,000 go down? Yes, down or up? Thank you so much, Kari. It decreased, okay? So that's what happened in the stock market, and that's the reason why a lot of people do not invest, okay? That's the same reason why a lot of people do not invest. But now think about it. It went down. Thank you, Emzo. But now think about it. SpaceX is not part of is not part of NASDAQ 100. NASDAQ 100 is the top technology companies in the United States. Top 100 companies. So we're talking companies like Google, Nvidia, Microsoft, Meta, Broadcom, all of this top, Oracle, all of this Micron, all of these top technology companies. Tesla is there as well. Hundreds of them. So let's assume that this is 100 of them. Let's assume that this basket that is here, for some reason, this basket, this empty space that you see here, that is SpaceX. So this is 3 points. This is 3 points. This is the entire, what's it called? The entire NASDAQ 100. Let's assume this empty space is SpaceX. Let's assume for some reason SpaceX becomes, for some reason, falls off the face of the earth. It becomes zero. I'm not saying it's going to, right? But let's assume that it falls off. What's going to happen to your $1,000? It's going to go down, but what's going to be the impact? Is it going to be as significant as when SpaceX totally fall off the face of the earth? Which one are you going to, your chances of losing money is higher? This is SpaceX here. You bought 1,000 of SpaceX, but you bought 1,000 of NASDAQ 100. It's insignificant. Exactly. Insignificant. Because it's going to impact the portfolio because, of course, we are still missing one right here. We're still missing one. However, because we have some other companies right here, right? It's going to cover up for the shortfall of SpaceX that is here. It's going to cover up for the shortfall. That's how you invest and not lose your money. This is what is called smart investing. This is what is called ETF. This is what is called index fund. It's all a basket of stocks. A basket of stock in one. All right? Put in the comment a basket of stocks. Put in the comment a basket of stock. And let's keep tapping out. Let's get it to 15,000 taps so that we can go to, we will now talk about the different types of ETF. And then I'm going to wrap up the live with the rule of 72, where I show you when I say stop saving, right, and start investing. Yeah, a basket of stock. Thank you so much, Maximus. Welcome in. Now just click on the follow button. If you have been sitting here for more than 2 minutes, right? You have learned ETF now, right? Click on that follow button. As a matter of fact, I know we are locked in. We are already in class. You learned, you've learned one of two things, right? You've learned ETF now, but you're still seated there. You have not clicked on the follow button. Now is your time. I'll give you 1 minute to do that. While we keep tapping to 15,000 taps. You have not a total loss because of the other backups. Exactly, because of the other backups. But also be very careful, because if all the other backups are also as crazy as as that one, then you can also lose your money. So you also want to make sure that whatever you are investing in, whatever ETF you are investing in, you want to also understand what companies that are in there. Are they solid companies? All right, because if all of them are terrible companies, then you can still lose your money. All right, you can still lose your money. Okay, all right. Oluwa, welcome to the family. Guys, if you are still seated here and you have not clicked on the follow button, that is your time to click on the follow button. I'm giving you a minute to do that. It's okay if this is not what you're looking for. This is the $1 Million League. We talk about ETF, real estate. We tell you to stop saving, start investing in ETF, real estate businesses. Here we talk about things about your retirement, your future, and your present. That's what we talk about here. Make sure you click on the follow button. If you are new here, drop where you're connecting from, what country. We've had 36 countries, and with the latest being Austria. Was that Austria? The latest being Austria, right? Click on where no, Guatemala. Guatemala was the country number 36. Iyako, welcome to the family. Indicate where you're connecting from. 2 minutes is enough. Time is money, right? Time is money. If you've already found this as valuable, right? It looks like what you are looking for. Click on that follow button. The other thing is that we want to make sure that we don't have BOTs here. Also, we want to make sure that you don't live this life and then you start looking for me, because there's some miscreants that have been trying to scam people, right? With my name and my picture on it. Some of them, Gem Francisco. That is not me. So this is me right now. Make sure you click on that follow button now that I'm live, so you know it's the real Money Talk with Dr. Lina. I will never invest on your behalf. I will never. If you am going to help you invest, you're going to schedule a one-on-one session with me. We're going to do it on the Zoom call, and you are the one that will be investing on your account. I will never ask you what's your account. Give me login details. I never do that. So if somebody says, "Oh, bring $200, let me invest," or "Let me bring $500, let me tell you what you need to buy," that's not me. Or they invite you to a Telegram group or invite you to a WhatsApp group, that is not me. Okay, click on the follow button right now. If you have not done that, click on the follow button. I teach you here, and that's what I do. And the other thing is that I can, if there's any product in store, one-on-one, the link is right here. That's where you go to, it's managed by the store. It's managed by the, what's it called? It's not managed by me. You make payment through Stripe. I will not tell you send money to this account number, whatever. Coalition, welcome to the family. And if you are new here and we're trying to get to 15,000 taps, right? We'll continue the class as soon as we get there. So the quicker we tap and get to 50 shares, we'll continue the class. But if you're new here, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business and technology, and I help professionals turn their income into real wealth. Kwame, welcome to the family. Yeah, I'm an economist, a chartered accountant, and of course, I have my master's and my doctorate in strategic business and information management system. My day job is vice president of technology and also a professor. I also teach in the college as a professor teaching AI, cybersecurity, deep learning, and information management system. So I said all of that because it starts with your income, right? Even with that income, I was saving. Right, I was saving, and also I wasn't investing smartly. So I lost $99,000 in the stock market. But then the worst thing is that I was also losing money to inflation here, 4.2% as of today. So until I stopped saving and I started doing what? Investing in ETF, which is what we are talking about, real estate and businesses. That's when I started getting into this status and gaining financial freedom. So if your goal is to gain financial freedom, end the paycheck to paycheck cycle, this is what we do here in this community, the $1 Million League, right? You want to make sure you click on the follow button. We already have 36 countries represented here. You can drop your country that you're connected from. I am in Texas, in the United States. The rule is tap out the life, share out the life. You're looking for a community to join. Oh, Dr. Lina, where is the community where I pay? This is the community. Just click on the follow button and Fadik just join the community of millionaires. Yeah, make sure 2 minutes is enough. We teach real estate, we teach ETF, we teach you how to get to that $1 million startup. But start with your mind and it starts with your income. If your mind says, I can never become a millionaire, then you are on your own. I cannot change that. Right, welcome in from the UK, Kwame from the UK. I have a lot of UK community right here, a lot of them. So drop the country, and if you're new here, drop one in the comment. We're trying to tap. Let's tap out the live. Let's get it to 15,000. The chat has not been chatting today. What is going on? Right, 15,000. The earlier we get to 15,000, the quicker we get to end this life. The quicker we get to, I want to teach you as many things as possible because I want you to learn as me. But guess what? This app only allows what? This app only allows is a business. So they want us to tap out the light. That's the only way I can get more people in here. Why do I want to teach more people? Because my goal is to reduce poverty. Right? When I teach you and I empower you, here I'm not an entertainer, I empower you, I educate you. That's what I do. Right? When I empower you, I educate you, what's going to happen? You will be able to start investing and grow your money and build wealth. When you build wealth, what's going to happen? Poverty is going to reduce. When poverty reduces, what's going to happen? Crime is also going to reduce. And that's why I ask for what I ask, right? Because the algorithm will not push us out unless there is all these things happening. So if you want us to teach, people want something quick, then you need to keep tapping down the live non-stop, sharing out the live, get your daily at me. Tapping out the live doesn't cost you anything. Just press the screen. That's it. You do that on your follow to follow. You do that on what's it called? Gossip lives. You gift, you do go popular, you do all those things. When you come here, I'm educating, but I also want to help us achieve our goal as well. It's a drive, right? To help many people. It's not about the money, but it's a drive. Prudence just joined the family. Welcome in. Welcome in. If you're new here, make sure you click on the follow button. We're getting to 15,000 taps. We're getting to 15,000 taps, and I'm going to show you how this can actually change your life. How this can change your life, and I'll use the rule of 72. Our exchange traded fund is just a basket of stocks. It's either you buy one stock, you are actually holding 100% risk. It's a 50-50 situation. You can lose it or you can gain it, right? With ETF, which is a whole basket of stocks, your risk is lower. It means it's no longer a 50-50 anymore. It's a case of maybe a 5% risk at that time, depending on the number of stocks that you have in that portfolio. There are different kinds of ETF, by the way. There are so many types. There are thousands of ETF. Let's keep tapping out the live. I know we are all locked in. Let's get it to 15,000 tabs. Let's get it to 15. What's happening today? Right? No facts with fact, Amzo, MV, OV, Lifesaver, Kwame, Yama, Lado, Rose, and everyone that is here. Yeah, the financials, Zainab, Frankie, Tutu, Stella, Sheldon. Let's keep tapping. As soon as we get to 15,000 taps, we will continue with the live. Okay? Yes, some people might be upset that we're doing it, but guess what? I do not. That's just it. That's what comes with the terrain. I want to make sure that who we have here are the real people. Click on the follow button if you haven't done that. Click on the follow button. So at least you understand what ETF is right now. We understand what ETF is. If you understand what ETF is, put yes in the comment. I do not understand. Put I do not understand. You understand what ETF is, put 1 in the comment. I do not understand. At least you understand the concept. I do not understand. Put I do not understand in the comment. While we keep tapping out the live, and if you have been sitting there for more than 2 minutes, click on that follow button as well. Okay, you do not understand. Welcome. You probably just joined. Make sure you click on that follow button and also let us know where you're connected from. And I will recap shortly. Once we get to 5,000, 15,000, I will recap. Who else doesn't understand? Put I do not understand. I understand. Put yes, I understand. I do not understand. Put I do not understand. Okay? We'll continue as soon as we get to 15,000 tabs. I know you guys do not like the advert, but guess what? It comes with the terrain on the app. I'm from Namibia. Wow, that is country number 37. Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in, and make sure you click on that follow button. So good to have you. Yama Beauty doesn't understand as well. Are you new here? Yama Beauty, you do not understand. Are you new? If you're new, put where you're connecting from. Also click on that follow button. I will recap as soon as we get to 15,000 tabs. 15,000 tabs and 15,000 taps and 50 shares. Press my forehead on the screen and invite your friends over. New York, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you've been sitting there for more than a minute, New York as well. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, welcome, welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Sorry, I stick with my gun. Different life, different rules. Here, what I'm ready to teach you is short. I can teach you for hours, but then we need to make sure that we're reaching as many people as possible. All right, so click on the follow button if you're new here. We're talking about ETF. We'll talk about real estate. Very soon, I'm going to talk about rule of 72, right? We'll talk about the rule of 72. And then I thought I wanted to teach the 4 pillars of wealth creation. That if you have the time, I will tell you. Maybe we'll list it out and we'll start it from the next class. The 4 pillars of wealth creation that I teach, right? You probably would have heard it or see it on my content where I said the 4 pillars of wealth creation. I will start it today, but we'll wrap up with the life, understanding the whole of ETF, and of course also teaching you the rule of 72 using the ETF to explain the rule of 72. North Carolina, welcome in. If you have been sitting here, welcome in, welcome in. I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business and technology. I'm a serial investor with double-digit real estate portfolio, and I've been investing for close to 2 decades. I have been investing in the stock market as well for close to that 2 decades as well. I'm an economist, a chartered accountant. I'm a serial investor. I have my master's and my doctorate in strategic business and information management system, and I help professionals turn their income into real wealth. I'm a vice president of technology and also a professor teaching AI cybersecurity, deep learning, and information management system. So good to have you to be your wealth coach. I am the convener of this community, the $1 Million League. So if your goal is to become a millionaire or to start investing in ETF or real estate, or you don't even know how to start investing at all, you want to open your Roth IRA, you want to open ISA, you don't know how to go about it, or you want to open your TFSA, all those kind of accounts, yeah, I am here too. That's what we teach here for your future, and also most importantly, your brokerage account. You want to gain financial freedom, you need to invest. You cannot gain financial freedom if you are not putting your money away towards investing, growing your money in investment. And that's it. That's what we talk about here. If it looks like what you're looking for, right, make sure you click on the follow button. Otherwise, 2 minutes is enough for you to determine if this is what you're looking for. Otherwise, it's okay for you to scroll. Time is money, right? There's money wealth, there's time wealth, there's peace wealth, and of course there's health wealth. So those are the 4 types of. There's also social wealth, right? Your time wealth, your time is important. So if it's valuable to you, under 2 minutes, and you should click on that follow button. And we are almost at 15,000 taps. Let's get it there. Let's get it there. Almost there at 15,000 taps. Almost there. So I'll just recap quickly while we're tapping out the live. I'll recap 15. What's it called? ETF is just a whole basket of stocks. So instead of you buying individual stocks, you are buying a whole basket of stock. What does this mean? Instead of you saying that you're just buying one company, investing all your money, right, in one company, whereby you can actually lose it. Is a 50-50 or is a 33%, right? 33, you percent, because you can lose it, you can decide not to grow, or you can grow the money. Instead of doing that, you have the chance of the risk, reduce your risk to like 4%, 5%, because we are using the same money to buy 100 companies. You are using the same money to buy 500 companies. So it reduces your risk, right? It reduces your risk. That is ETFs. So you are buying a whole basket of funds, a whole basket. So what does this, how do you buy this? It simply means that whenever you trade, you can trade it like stock, where you are buying all top 500 companies in the United States. Wholesale, not retail. Exactly. Wholesale. Thank you so much. Exactly. But no. Will I actually say wholesale not retail? Would I say wholesale, not retail? Because you can do a wholesale and buy the same kind of wholesale of the same thing. You would still lose your money, right? You can buy wholesale of the same thing. If you buy wholesale of a bundle of SpaceX, right? If you buy a wholesale of a bundle of SpaceX, isn't that, yeah? And L Apex just joined the family. If you buy a whole bundle of SpaceX, multiple of it, and SpaceX goes down, you still lose your money. Yeah, I think it's more like a how do I put it? It's almost like a Christmas hamper, where in the hamper there are different things in the hamper. There's chocolate, there's cookie, there's there's wine, there's all of that. More like that, right? More like that. That's what ETF is. Like different stocks of many inside that whole basket of stocks. All right, that's it. Basket of stocks. So yeah, like a bouquet. Thank you. Exactly like a bouquet of flowers. Mix and match. Thank you so much. Now you guys are getting it. Mix and match. I'm beginning. I love that. Mix and match bouquet. Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yellow flowers, white roses, yellow roses, blue roses, all of that, right? And then you have, then you have hibiscus there as well, and some other kind of flowers, right? Yeah. So that's it. That's how you. So the mix and match of stocks inside one basket. Now, what are the example? One of the popular example that I talk about is S&P 500. S&P 500 is it's almost like it helps with diversification. It has top 500. SpaceX has shown me. Kwame, do you need to say that? Do we need to say that, Kwame? Why did you buy it in the first place? Why did you buy it in the first place, Kwame? Sorry, my friend. But guess what? You're still going to brace up because it's still going to show you more pepe, right? After 180 days, it's still going to show you more pepe, okay? But it might come up after, okay? Because of the hypes, exactly. We don't do hypes here. I tell you, we don't do hypes. For everybody that followed me, everybody knew not to buy SpaceX. Everyone. But if people still bought SpaceX, it's on their own accord, right? I tell you, you can go and buy QQQ if you really want to buy SpaceX. You want SpaceX, go buy QQQ or buy QQQM, right? Because it's now in the NASDAQ 100, okay? All right, I know the SpaceX people, a lot of people are so hot and they are, sorry. Anyway, so we have the ETF, right? What was I saying? So S&P 500 has many S&P 500 is top 500 companies, solid companies in it. Companies like Procter and Gamble, Nvidia, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, all of these companies are right there, okay? All of these companies are right there inside S&P 500. Why? Why do people talk about it? It helps you to reduce your risk. It helps you to diversify your portfolio, because inside the S&P 500 you can count close to 15 to 20 different industries there. So for instance, if energy company goes down, so maybe like an Exxon goes down, guess what? There's the retail like Walmart that is in there, right? If Walmart is not doing well, there's the finance industry like JP Morgan Chase, all of those, Bank of America is in there. If that's not doing well, there's a fast moving consumer goods, right? Like Procter and Gamble and Johnson and Johnson. If that is not good, technology is there. So like Nvidia, Microsoft, Google, all of those ones are in there. So at the end of the whole thing, that's why you see that in the past 40-50 years, averagely, even despite that long term, it has returned 8 to 12%. And you might think that 8 to 12% is a little money until you realize that in 8 to 12%, let's even take, because we are moderate investor, if you do 8 to 12% using the rule of 72, your money is going to double in 7 years and 2 months. If you leave it in the bank and you don't save it, on top of the fact that you lose 4.2%, it simply means that you're losing your money. At 4.2%, your money is not going to double until 7,200 years. It means that in your lifetime, 7,200 over, if you grow to 100 years, every single time, your money is still not going to double. And that's why a lot of people are not building. Well, let's keep tapping out the life. Yeah, let's keep tapping out the life. Thank you all for tapping out. If you have not gotten your daily at me, get your daily at me. If you have not clicked on the follow button and you'll be sitting there for 2 minutes, yeah, then you make sure you click on the follow button. It's so good to have each and every one of us here. Awesome. Thank you so much. So 7,200 years. And if you, some, I mean, 7,000 2 years, 7 years and 2 months. So it takes rule of 72, and I'm going to show that. Oh, let me not jump the class. So ETF is just a whole basket of funds, right? A whole basket of stocks whereby you can buy it as stocks. Why do I like it? The other reason, aside from diversification and risk management, other reason why I like it is because of the data, right? The past data shows that it has returned 8 to 12%. In the past 10 years, it's done 14 to 15%, right? You can check it yourself, okay? Standard and Poor 500. The other thing is that the other part of it is that it has data from the past as well. So I can easily project my future based off of the past versus SpaceX that we are banking. The past shows negative 700 million or 700 billion year in, year on, for year in, year out, right? And we are all hyping on the future, believing that it's going to start going to the space very soon and it's going to be the next vacation spot, right? But I mean, it could do that. All right, you could do that, but I have the past data. 40 years is a very, very strong data. 50 years is a strong data. 10 years is a strong data. And I know that even at 10%, my money can double in 7 years and 2 months. At 10%, at 14.5% or 15%, my money doubles in 5 years. I am a moderate risk investor. It means that my money would double. My money would double 4 times in 20 years. 4 times. So it simply means that if I put 100,000 in 5 years, it's going to become 200,000. In 10 years, it's going to become 400,000. In 15 years, it's going to become 800,000. In 20 years, it's going to become 1.6 million. How much did I put? 100,000. That is sufficient for me. All I want to get to is to $1 million status. That's okay for me. I am not looking for an 100% return overnight because I am a long-term investor, right? I am using compound interest calculator to I compound my interest over time. Okay. So that's a reason why I do like it, because I don't want to lose my money. All right. So S&P 500 is a type of ETF. Now there are thousands of ETF, and what differentiates one ETF from the other is what is in the fund and who manages the fund. So put it in the comment, the fund manager and what is in the fund. All right, in the comment, fund manager and what's in the fund. That's what differentiates one ETF from the other. And you might be wondering that, oh, is this just United States? Because I said S&P, you can buy ETF from your own country. And you can buy it with $1. And all of the question, I don't have money, I've already addressed it. I fear losing money. It has shown 8 to 10% in the past the past 40 years, right? What else again? I don't have education. We are on it right now. You know what ETF is right now. So what's your next excuse? All right. If you're new here, make sure you click on the follow button. So what is in the fund and what? Thank you so much, Nunu. What is in the fund and who is the fund manager, right? That's what differentiates an ETF from the other, one ETF from the other. So it tells you that there can be, is there a fund manager in your country? Yes. What is in the fund? It can be, Kwame is from Ghana. It can be the entire Ghanaian stock market. That could be in what is in the fund. I know that Bamboo, right? Kwame, you're from Ghana, right? It can be Bamboo is in Ghana, right? Bamboo is in Ghana. That's a fund manager. Bamboo can be the fund manager, right? Bamboo can be the fund manager, right? So who manages a Bamboo? What is in it? The entire Ghanaian stock market. That's it. That's a form of ETF there. The only thing is that what is the fees? What does it return? Those are questions you need to ask. That's it. You can also decide to say, I see wealth. I'm not sure that, I don't know what that means. I see wealth. Exactly. There's I see wealth. Thank you so much, Kwame. I get you what you're saying. I see wealth is the fund manager. What is in it? You can buy the entire Ghanaian stock market. But then, do you also want to buy the US stock market? You want to buy the S&P 500? You can still buy it. You can still buy it all the way from Ghana. My salary is just 6,000, but I want to start something and I got no business idea or something. Please, is it $6,000 or 6,000 naira or 6,000? What's the currency? But guess what? One currency, right? Ghana cedis, right? Namibia. Okay, so I'm not sure the currency of Namibia, right? I'm not sure, but in that money, right? Keep your expenses low. How much can you save? Are you eating from? How much can you save? Whatever you can save, no matter how little, start using it to invest. Okay, start using it to invest, and then focus on your income to increase that income. Look for what are the things, and I'm going to be teaching how to increase your income, right, at some point, so that you can, yeah. Black Star can be in dollars. Okay, can we save? So you earn $6,000 in Namibia. You're doing well. You should save 3,000 because I want to believe the cost of living is lower. Can we say SD 500 ETF as same? What's SD 500? Do you mean S&P? S, Standard and Poor. Is that what you're saying, Ovi? S&P 500. Is that what you're saying? Okay. So save, if that's what you're saying. If you are talking about S&P 500, S&P 500 is a type of ETF. So it's simply, it's not a type. It's what is in an ETF, right? S&P 500 is top 500 companies. So I'll do something. If I tell you that, I told you what is in the fund and who manages the fund, right? What is in the fund and who manages the fund? That's what differentiates an ETF. So if I tell you that real estate ETF, what is in the fund? Real estate ETF, what is in the fund? Put it in the comments. Real estate ETF, what is in the fund? Is that my friend Tammy? Tamira? Real estate, thank you. If I tell you that is if I tell you that it's no, not you. If I tell you it's an S&P 500 ETF, what is in that ETF? If I say S&P 500 ETF, what is in that ETF? Put it in the comments. And let's keep tapping out. Let's get it to 20,000 taps. Remember, it's a two-way thing. And let's keep tapping out the live. If you are new here, welcome in. Make sure you click on that follow button. So if I say that an S&P 500 ETF, what is in that fund? What is that? Remember, it's what is in the fund and who manages the fund. I don't know. Honestly, don't know like me, please. I'm not sure. You don't know. S&P, remember, S&P 500. Guys, let's do this. S&P 500 ETF is what is in the fund and who manages the fund. So if I tell you that S&P 500, this is the top 500 company in the United States, and I tell you that the ETF, there are different types of ETF. The ETF holds S&P 500. So it means that the top 500 companies in the United States, that is what is in that ETF. There are thousands. You can buy the entire US stock market. You can buy the entire Namibian stock market. You can buy top 100 companies or buy energy companies in your country. Or you can, let's even remove country. You can buy energy ETF. So it's what is inside. Do we understand it or no? If you don't understand, let me repeat myself again. What? Okay, what is QQQ? What is in that ETF? Because the question is, what is in the ETF? What is in the ETF? Like a QQQ, what is in the ETF? Kwame. Like it. Exact 100, Nasdaq 100. What is Nasdaq 100? Top technology companies. Top technology companies is the one that is in, when I say NASDAQ 100, in a QQQ, what you have is the top technology companies. All right. So ETF is what is inside of it. Exactly. But the top 100 technology companies, that is what we have in that ETF. But who is the fund manager of a QQQ? Because there's another manager of many companies can actually manage this entire NASDAQ 100. Like that QQQ that just mentioned, let's put it here. Like that QQQ that you just mentioned, the fund manager is Invesco. Invesco is the brokerage firm that manages that particular fund. The fund manager is Invesco. All right? Do we understand it now? All right. I guess I'm never give up. Welcome in. Let's keep tapping out the live. The chat is not chatting. Let's tap out the live. If you are new here, welcome in. Click on the follow button. Yeah, if this looks like what you're looking for, stop saving, start investing, ETF, real estate, investing in businesses, becoming a millionaire. If that's your goal, yeah, make sure you click on the follow button. 2 minutes is enough for you to determine if this is what you're looking for. All right, 2 minutes is enough for you to determine. We talk about ETF, real estate, how to invest in businesses, gaining financial freedom, right? That's what we talk about here. So if you're new here, make sure you click on the follow button. 2 minutes is enough, but it's okay for you to also scroll if that's not what you're looking for. But if you want to change your financial story, you want to end the paycheck to paycheck cycle, you want to start building wealth, you want to gain financial freedom, right? You want to become a medium, you want to start investing, you don't know how, then make sure you click on that follow button. All right? I'm trying to get you now. I'm just tired of waiting salary, but got nothing for the future. See, this is Asa. You need to execute. When you complain or you need to take action. Nobody's coming to save anybody, okay? So you need to start taking actions. All right? You need to stop and look, forget about your environment. How much can you save? I asked you that question earlier. You have not responded. You said you make $6,000. How much can you save? Right? When I say saving, meaning that how much can you put aside from that income, aside from your lifestyle? How much? You haven't responded to that. Once you respond to that, then you start. I tell you, open the account. Nobody is coming to save anybody. You need to just execute. Until I started taking actions, right, and stop looking at the situation. I started taking action, even if it's $1. Start doing it. Either welcome in. How are you doing? Welcome in, Cleo, as well. If you're new here, make sure you click on the follow button. Let's get it to 20,000 taps. Thank you all for doing that. Get your daily at me if you haven't done that. I can manage 1,000. That's it. You have more than enough. Trust me, you are better than if you do $1,000 every single month. I don't know if it's a month or a year. If you do $1,000 every single month, you will have more than $1 million in less than 20 years. So you are doing so well. All right? You are doing so well. Okay? Exactly. So that's what you need to do. Open your account and start investing immediately. All right? But every single day that you wait, you are losing money. Do we understand ETFs right now? ETF is just a whole basket of stocks. A whole basket of stocks. S&P 500 will help you. Example of S&P 500 will be Vanguard. Vanguard VOO. That's S&P 500. Who manages it? It's Vanguard. What is inside it? S&P 500. BlackRock. What is inside S&P 500? Who manages it? IVV. What is inside S&P 500? The same S&P 500. Who manages it? BlackRock. The same way, SPY. What is inside S&P 500? Who manages it? That is State Street. That's just the difference from one for S&P 500. Now, this could be in your own country. Understand what is inside of it and who manages. That's what differentiates one ETF from the other. Thank you all. Let's keep tapping out the live. Let's get it to 20,000 taps. And I'll wrap up the live. If you're new here, we'll soon be wrapping up with the live. If you want to come back, I try to teach this. We're doing a financial freedom drive. So we're teaching what people actually pay thousands of dollars, and we are teaching it for free. All right, we're teaching it for free. So take advantages of it. Click on the follow button. You want to come back to open a savings account with the bank. You're not opening a savings account, you are opening an investment account. So let's quickly talk about how do you go about. Now you know what ETF is. So I'll give you 3 steps to opening it. 3 steps to start investing in ETF. If you want to know how to start investing in ETFs, put 1 in the comment section or just say, I want to know. I want to know. And I'll give you 4 steps on I want to know. If you want to know how to start investing in ETF, put I want to know. Okay. You want to know. Okay. Who else again? Just 2 people. And if you've been sitting here for more than 2 minutes, click on that follow button. More than 2 minutes. 2 minutes, it's you need to know your time, right? Time is money, right? You need to know that it's you or not, okay? 2 minutes is enough for you to know. We're going to be talking about how do you start investing. So for you to start investing, it's 2 things. Number 1, even my pen is angry. It's not. You want to know, if you want to know, keep typing you want to know. If you're new here, welcome in. Make sure you click on that follow button. Yeah, you've been sitting there for more than 2 minutes. True. How are you doing? You need to schedule your one-on-one. True. Laruva user, Nigeria Kitchen user, Abina, World Cup, Happiness, Z, Miss, Darlington ETM. How are you? Simo, Diallo, Noseniola, Diva, T-Bag, everyone, Face. Welcome in, everyone. Larry, if you have not clicked on that follow button, if you're sitting here, you've not clicked on the follow button, welcome to the $1 Million League. And it's so good to have each and every one of you. Click on the follow button. We'll be wrapping up the live soon. Ikem, welcome in. Yeah, welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Awesome. So how do you start investing in ETF? Right? Number 1 step is you need to open a brokerage account. Number 2 is for you to fund the account. Number 3 is for you to buy the ETF in the account. And number 4 is for you to automate. That's the 4 steps. That's the 4 steps right there. For you to invest in ETF, that is the 1st step. If you want to know what to buy, I have a full course. Is it 1 hour? About over an hour course that's going to help you. And what should you buy? How should you buy it? How do you set up automation? We have it right there. We have it right there in the course. Okay. So open the brokerage account. So you are not opening a savings account. Okay. You are not opening a savings account. A savings account is on the savings side. A brokerage account is on the investment side. So you are opening a brokerage account. All right? You are opening a brokerage account. All right? Brokerage. That's it. You just spelled it, right? Ego. You just spelled it. I'm not sure I understand your question, Ego. Open a brokerage account. That's what you just did. All right? Okay. So that's the step. If you want to know more about what do you need to buy, how do you go about to set up automation, you want details, there's a link right here. And I'll show you. It's also the only link in my bio. There's a course for you, the Smart Investing Workshop. You would find the course right there. You'll find the course right there. Now, let's quickly go on the rule of 72. When you have savings, and then somebody puts money in an high yield savings account, or you put it in a CD, or the other thing, you put it in investing. And here we'll have it as S&P 500. This one, it returns. I can't find the link. Okay, let me show you. There's a link right up here, and I'll step aside for a second so that I can put the link in the. I can put the link. Okay. If you want the link, I'll put the link. Let me step out, and I will get you the link. So I'm going to drop the link right here. That's the link to the course, right? If you want the one-on-one, right? And you'll find the link in my bio. If you want the link to the one-on-one where you are in a Zoom section, this is a pre-recorded video, pre-recorded course that's going to teach you everything. The top 10 courses that you need to buy, that the ETF, and the returns, what has everything that is done so that you can do the analysis yourself. Okay, you find that link right there. That's the link right there. So let's do the rule of 72 quickly as we wrap up the live. All right, let's keep tapping out the live. Can we get it to 20,000 taps? Let's get it to 20,000 taps. Uche, does that answer your question? Can you see the link now? All right. Okay, let's get it to 20,000 taps. Now, for savings account, the rule of 72. And if you are new here, yeah, and you have not clicked on the follow button, make sure you click on the follow button. I can't see it on my phone. It's not on your phone. I just put it in the comment. I just put it in the comment right now, and I just pinned it. So you would see it right there. Otherwise, it's the only link in my bio. That's the only link in my bio. But what does automation mean? It's as it says, automation. Okay, simply happy. The automation, so it's your hands off, you're not touching it. That's it. Automation simply means automate, right? That's what it means. All right. So in terms of savings, right? If you put your money in the bank, aside from, does that answer your question? Simply Abby. You know, see, savings, your bank most of the time is 0.1 to 0.1 to 1%. Like set sum of money to be exactly. Yeah, but beyond that, not just to be debited. Not just that, on the other side as well. Okay? So 0.01 to 1% is what you get as return. Okay? 0.01. So with the rule of 72 tells you how long it takes your money to double. Right? How long it takes your money to double. So it simply means that you want to turn your 10,000 to 20,000. How long is your 10,000 go? How many years is it going to take to double? All right, so you take the number 72. It's called the rule of 72, and you can check it out. 72 divided by the interest rate. So if the interest rate that you got is 0.01, it tells you the number of years. 72 divided by 1, it tells you 1%. It tells you that this 72 is what it's going to be. Automation means you said price that every month, every week you'll be exactly. Yeah. So 72 years. That's what it means. So when you leave your money in the bank, right? When you leave your money in the bank, it simply means that you are signing the contract to say that anytime I'm saving my money in the bank, it's okay. It's okay for them to keep it, and it's only going to grow in 72 years. That's what we are saying. Let's keep tapping out the live. Let's get it to 20,000 taps. We are almost done with the live. And I just want to wrap it up here so you understand what we're talking about. So 72 divided by 1, 72 years is what is going to take your money to double. Okay? 72 years is what is going to take your money to double. So the other way is that on the savings side, if your bank is giving you 72, it's giving you 0.01%. So how long is it going to take the money to double? Somebody put it in the comment section. Thank you so much for tapping out. If you are new here, welcome in. We're wrapping up with the live shortly. So you want to come back again. I try to be here at 8 p.m. Central Time as well. Or at, what's it called? Yeah, exactly. So at 8 p.m. And of course, I also try to be here at between 1:30 and 2 p.m. Central Time. That's when I am here. All right? That's when I'm here. So make sure you click on the follow button so that you can be back again, and you can learn this, because we've been here since almost 3 hours now, right? 3 hours, right? So you want to be back again. So the other thing is that CD, What do you get from your CD or your IU savings account? If you do 3 to 5%, 3 to 5%, take number 72 divided by 5. Someone give me the answer. 72 divided by 3. The answer right there, right? That's going to determine how many years it's going to take your money to double. If you leave it in an S&P 500, S&P 500 has done, it has done in the past 10 years, it has done 14 to 15%. In the past 40 to 50 years, it's done 8 to 12%. All right? So if you do the rule of 72, are you guys with me? 72 divided by 10, if you take the in between, and 72 divided by 14.5 in between, what's it going to be? Somebody do 72 divided by 5, 72 divided by 3. What's that difference? So that you know how long it takes your money to double. We're talking about the rule of 72. How long does it take your money to double? That's what we're talking about. Welcome in, everyone. Let's keep tapping out the live. If you are not getting your daily at me, get your daily at me. Let's get into 20,000 taps. Thank you all for doing that. You'll be sitting here for more than a minute or two. We're talking about the rule of 72. Thank you so much. 5 years. The 5 years is going to take 14 years. 14 years. So you can see 14.4 years. Okay, how about the 3 years? The 3 years, how long is it going to take? So you want to know how long your 100,000 or your 10,000 becomes 72 divided by 3. That's 24 years. Is that 24 or 34? I think it's like 24 years. So this is here is 7,200 years. It's not me. You can go on Google and you will see the same thing. All right, 72 divided by 10. This one is easy, 7.2 years. 72 divided by 14.5. Yeah, okay, thank you. 72 divided by 14.5. So I show it to you, and for my people on YouTube, how are you doing? Make sure you click on that follow button. Yeah, if you are on this side, 72 divided by 14.5, anyone, as we wrap up the live, and I take questions. 72 divided by 14.5, anyone help with that? Thank you all for tapping the live, sharing out the live. 5 years. So about 4 years, actually about 4 years and 9 months. 4 years and 9 months and 6 days. But if you wrap it up, it will be like exactly 5 years. All right. So you have your answers here. You can either double your money here or double it in 7,000 3 years. So whenever you leave your money in the bank, this is what you are signing up for. Yeah, your Bank of America, Chase, or Wells Fargo, or your local country bank. This is what you signed up for. And that's why somebody is not going to build wealth and live paycheck to paycheck, even though he's doing the same thing. They are earning the same income, right? Where you put your money really matters. Princess, just click on the follow button. So when I tell you no, stop saving, that's what I mean. Stop leaving the money in the savings account. Stop leaving your money in the savings account. What did you do? If you put it in an IU savings account or CD, if 14 years is good for you, that's fine. If 24 years is good for you, that's also okay. But that's not good for me. Because guess what? If I put it in an S&P 500, right, I would have doubled my money. How many times? 3 times over. With this, I would have doubled my money 5 times over. With this. And it's not me. You can check it up. Rule of 72. Welcome in, everyone. We're wrapping up with the live. If you're new, make sure you click on the follow button. We're going and turn on notification bell. Get your daily at me so that when you I am typically here between 1:30 Central Time, 1:30 2 o'clock. You will catch me here. But then I would but at times I'm 8 p.m. Is there a specific amount to put? You can start with any amount, Uche. Any single amount, you can start with that. Okay? Any single amount, you can start with that. As a matter of fact, it should be like any amount. But I just tell you that you should dollar cost average. Just anytime you are paid, make sure you are investing. That's the way you invest long term, okay? Any other question? Any other question? We're wrapping up with the live. Horses, welcome in. If you are new here, make sure you click on the follow button. So you mean if investing is the best? Well, answer the question. This is investing. These both are savings. This is going to take you 7,200 years to double your money from $1,000 to $2,000, right? You said you could save $1,000, right? It's going to take you 7,200 years. If you use the Bank of America Chase, all our US banks, if you're even saying that, okay, 1%, right? It takes you 72 years. If you put it in IE savings account or CD, 3 to 5%, it's going to take you 14 years. Or it's still going to take you 24 years, if at 3%. If you put it in investment, it has returned 14 to 15% averagely, right? In the past 10 years, it has done 40 to 50%, between 8 to 12% in the past 40 years. If you put it there, using what it has done in the past 40 years, your money would have doubled in 7 years. So it simply means that if you had put your money 7 years ago at COVID time, at 2019, during COVID, your money would have doubled. That your 1,000 would have become 2,000, but here it wouldn't have been. If you want it to be quicker, right? If we did what it did in the past 10 years, you would see the result 5 years. So it means that your money is doubling. So what is the answer, Kwame? Which one? Asa. What is your response now? You ask the question, you'll be the one to answer the question. Which one is better? Which one is better, Asa? And if you're sitting here for more than 2 minutes, now it's the time to click on the follow button. Investment, awesome. That's it. I know we have smart people here. We are all very smart. Everybody, right? We are super smart here. All right. Any other question? If you want to know how to start investing, or you want to know what to buy, how to go about it, I'll leave the link in the comments. That is the Smart Investing Workshop. That's the course. That course is going to teach you everything that you need to know. Every single thing that you need to know. By the time you're done, you can be able to start investing. You can be able to buy things, set up automation, and it has, regardless of the country that you are in, we have watch which account you need to open, what you need to buy, the top 10, the top 20. It's right there for you. The questions you need to ask yourself before investing, all of those kind of things, you would find it there. That's the link to the course itself. It's a 1 to 2 hours course, right? How much you would see it, click on the link. This is the link. And as a matter of fact, it's at a 50% discount right now because we are on a financial freedom drive. It's at a 50% discount. That's the link right there. Can we all see the link? The link is right here. Otherwise, it's also here. That's the link to the store. You want a one-on-one session, you want to talk about real estate, all of those kind of things, you would find it right here. So if you are new here, we're wrapping up with the live. Thank you for the shares. Make sure you click on the follow button. Let's take a minute. I know that a lot of time we are locked in. And it happens to me every time. It doesn't mean that you mean any harm. It doesn't, but you just totally forgot to click on the follow button. So you have take a minute to check. As a matter of fact, look right now. Have you clicked on the plus sign? If you haven't, now is your time. Welcome in, everyone. Any other question? We're wrapping up with the live. You may come back in the evening. Maybe tonight we might touch real estate. I don't know. We might touch real estate. Fred, just click on the follow button. And as a matter of fact, final disclaimer, right? I will never reach out to you to say I will invest on your behalf. Can you educate us a little more about REIT? Yeah, like I said, REIT is just real estate ETF, period. Real estate ETF. Just like we have S&P 500, top 500 company, real estate is just the real estate version of ETF, period. Don't let anybody try to. Real estate is just the real estate version of ETF, period. What is inside it? Remember, what is inside it and who manages it. So there's no big deal. All right? Who manages it and what is inside it. That's it. That's REIT for you. All right. Except you have anything specific that you want me to say about the REIT, right? It's a function of you don't want traditional, you don't want to have houses. You don't want to manage tenants. So what do? You decide to say that I'm investing in companies. Remember all those IRAs, those malls, those commercial, there are companies that manages them. More about dividends. Yeah, so it's just you get dividends or you get returns on it. If it's a REIT that pays dividends, you get dividends on it. And as a matter of fact, it's not just REITs that give dividends. I hope you know. There's so many, there's SCHG that give dividends because they are all, it's what comprises of, it's just a function of what is the, if the REITs give dividends, if the fund that you're talking about, if it gives dividends, then you get dividends. If the REIT doesn't give dividends, you don't get any dividend. It just gives growth. You understand what I mean? It just gives growth. If the REIT gives dividends, you get dividends, right? It's just like if a fund, if it gives dividends, you get dividends out of it. But if it doesn't give dividend, it doesn't give dividends. Yeah, if you want to buy, if you want dividends, right? It's not, this is not real estate. It's just companies that pays dividends. That's it. Yeah. All right. Any other question? Does that mean, so that's why I said I'm not one of those people that will give you fish. I will not tell you, whenever you come to my life, understand something. I will teach you. If you understand the fundamentals, you'll be able to pick the ETF yourself. And that's what the course teaches you. It teaches you the fundamentals. Otherwise, I can point on the top of my finger, guys, and give you 10 ETFs that you should buy. But guess what? Something might switch with that ETF tomorrow, and you won't be able to know how you're going to go, right? I can give you off the top of my fingers 10, right? Off the top of my fingers. But guess what? If it works for you, your own goal might be different from another person's goal. Your risk tolerance might be different. So that's why, but if you understand what I'm talking about, the risk tolerance, you understand how to think of an ETF, you have an understanding of ETF, you can actually pick it yourself. Okay? Any other question? Welcome in everyone. We're wrapping up with the live. So check if you have not clicked on the follow button, click on the follow button, turn on notification bell, get your daily at me. If you're new here, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business and technology, and I help professionals turn their income into real wealth. I'm a vice president of technology, and of course, also a professor teaching AI, cybersecurity, deep learning, and information management system. I've been investing for close to 2 decades, been in the corporate world for close to 2 decades, and I'm not just teaching you all of my experiences or how I invest. I have my doctorate and my master's in strategy, business, and information management system. And also, I'm an economist and also a chartered accountant. I'm a serial investor with double-digit real estate portfolio, but also I've also built portfolios, hundreds of thousands of portfolios in ETFs as well as also lose money in the stock market, $99,000 specifically about 6 years ago before I started using ETF to build wealth. If this looks at what you are looking for, you want to get to that $1 million status, or you want to gain financial freedom, you don't know how to go about it, you want to start investing, you want to open your Roth IRA, you want to open your ISA, your TFSA, your retirement account, your brokerage account, you don't know how to go about it, then you are in the right place, right? And if all that you're doing is saving, you're not building wealth, right? You need to start investing, and that's what we teach here. All right, so click on the follow button. And by the way, if you have not clicked on the follow button and you want to search for me later, be careful. There are some miscreants using my picture and my name, right? This is the only account that I have. Specifically, there's one what's it called? Francisco is being using my picture, using my name, trying to tell people I will invest for you. I will not do that. Asking for WhatsApp number, telling you that's not me. Do it at your own peril. Do it at your own peril. But it pains me if people do that. So please don't be scammed. Look at it right now and click on the follow button. Why I am still live right now. Tiki just joined the family. Why I am still live now, right? I got close to like 20 messages yesterday where he has reached out to a lot of people. Click on the follow button so you know it's me. Otherwise, right? Yeah. All right. And my YouTube community, so good to have you. and have a good one right there. So good to have each and everyone. Make sure you click on that subscribe button if you haven't. And for my youth, for the TikTok side, let me